Hey everybody, this is David B69, and we have our next game over series where we have Ranger Suarez going against Reed Detmers. No lineup adjustment needs to be made. We can just go right into play. Let's go!
Here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down.
And we'll be back for the first pitch right after this. All right, just about set to go. And our pitcher tonight, Ranger Suarez. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. And that's a swing according to umpire Mike Fillmore.
6:05.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
The batter now, Kevin Newman. On the ground, out to short. Throws it away. No advance, though. Ball didn't get too far away.
Sometimes early errors can be just as costly as errors made late in the ball game, but you just don't know it at the time. Second batter of the game gets on base for free.
Draft pick grades, and we're not seeing anything.
So we'll see if they can take advantage.
What is that supposed to mean? I mean, we're not getting any draft pick grades. It basically says draft pick grades on the bottom, and we're not seeing anything. So, is this a broken part of the game? Because it certainly looks broken.
Man at first. So in now for the Angels, Mike Trout. That one fouled off.
Trout is one of the best players of his generation. He's a fan favorite because he brings a rare combination of speed, power, and all-around talent to the team. He's exactly the type of player you want to build around.
Foul ball, still 0-2. That one just misses.
Excellent arm action on that two-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Taylor Ward. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
0-2.
Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Neto, the next to hit. Right through there for a strike.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
On its way to the corner. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Newman on third. Ward at first. 2 out of the inning. . On the ground to third, Wilson. Zips it across. That's the third out. So they strand a pair. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. No score after a half inning. Back here in Philadelphia, our starter in this one, Reed Detmers. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip. But he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
On to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. And time now for the Phillies lineup. Down to the 8th spot, a guy that's trying to get back on track at the plate, JT Realmuto.
Yeah, Boog, he just hasn't been himself at all lately. I mean, it's hard to know if it's mechanical, if it's mental. It's just a struggle all the way around. It's something that everybody goes through. I think the key is you've got to stick to the process. You've got to focus on every pitch and don't worry about the result. Take it one pitch at a time, one at bat at a time.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
That one misses, and a count 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And Harper down on strikes.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
2 out, space is empty. And that's off the inside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gets him to chase after that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through it for the K. Slow to get out of the box, and he's tagged for the out. Scoreless after 1. Second inning set to go. And here is Yoan Moncada. Suarez back to work. Moncada in his 9th season, 29 years old, and he was born in Cuba. To the right side, and that one handled. Sends it to first. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Joe Adele.
Batting 7th, center fielder Joe Adele.
Up the middle. And that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with 1 away. So here's Darnell with 1 out. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
Second inning here, no score. To third, Wilson. There's 1, and that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. Down to the bottom of the 2nd, no score. Bottom of the 2nd. This is Bryson Stott.
For the Phillies, second baseman, Bryson Stott.
And that's a strike. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
lands another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Boog, I wouldn't know personally unless you're going to consider my little league exploits, but it's got to feel good to break off a curveball like that and completely lock a hitter up, especially on the front door. Listen, I've been on the receiving side of that. It's not a good feeling, but that's really good pitching right there.
Byron Buxton now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
He was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though.
Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there, on its way, gone. That'll fire up the dugout. Home run number 20 on the year, and that gives him a lead. It's 1-0.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run. Good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So 2 down, and now Weston Wilson. And there's a ball.
1 ball, no strikes. Hard.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. Bottom half of inning number 2. And he chases a high fastball there.
He just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. That's inside. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. Top half of the third inning, and now Nolan Schanuel. Check swing, called strike. Swings through that one for strike 2. That's a laser base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And now it's going to be Luis Rengifo. And there's a hit. Buxton returns it to the infield, and 2 on now as they try to rally here.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And there's the strike.
Well, the offense really struggled last night. I mean, it was awful. So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to get him going a little bit.
Shanuel over at second. Rengifo on at first with nobody out. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Trout takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
1-0.
And a big swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look,
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Ward in the box now. Takes strike 1. 2 on, 2 outs. Swings through that.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep it close.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
As we go to the last of the third. And now it is JT Realmuto. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at-bat.
Next pitch misses, and the count is 1-2.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Struck him out looking.
Well, he froze him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Edmundo Sosa stands in now, looks at that one inside. Swing and a miss, and the count 1-1.
1 ball,
1 out, bases empty. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. That misses the zone, and the count is 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Turner stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
Ball 2.
Inside. And that's ball 3. Bryce Harper next to bat for Philadelphia. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. Clips the corner, and the count is 3-1. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Adele moves under it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Back here, Citizens
Leading
Bank
off
Park,
for the Angels,
as we go to the top of the
Zach
fourth.
Neto.
At the plate, Zach Neto. A little bit
No,
low.
that's a ball.
And that
Too low.
is ball one.
You know, these Angels just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The Angels, third baseman,
And now Yohan Moncada, a switch hitter batting right. And that is downstairs. 1-0. And there's a base hit to left. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Runner!
Moncada runs. That one ripped. Oh, he can't bring it in. Gets off a throw, and that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away. Here is Dardo. He hit into a double play his first time up. That one misses, and that's ball one. And another ball.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
At the belt and fires. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. 2 on, 1 out. Goes down looking.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Next to hit, Nolan Shanuel. And he takes one right on the black. Strike
No
one.
ball. 1 strike.
First and second, 2 down. Slap the other way, foul. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
It's that time of the season. Let's check out some notable trade candidates.
First baseman, Bryce Harper.
And that one hammered. That's back there. And it is gone. His 37th homer of the year. And they tack one on the board. It's 2-0. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. A slider right down the middle of the plate. It's like slow motion for a hitter. You're just licking your chops, waiting for it to arrive, and you want to hit it a long way, and he did.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Love coming to Citizens Bank Park. Best ice cream in all of the league at the press level. It's only been around since 2004, but plenty of awesome history here already. It's the only stadium with multiple postseason no-hitters. Remember Roy Halladay did it back in 2010? And the Houston Astros threw a combined no-no in Game 4 of the 2022 World Series.
No question about this one. It's out of here. A massive home run. It's 3-0. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. In the air, left field, down the line, and it stays fair.
Now batting, the center
Man
fielder.
at first, nobody
Byron
out. And the batter
Buxton.
now, Byron Buxton. This to center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Max Kepler at the plate. He's already homered here in this one.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the...
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Adele makes the play. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third.
Well, I didn't think he got it off the bat, but the wind made it a lot more interesting than expected. Nice job of the center fielder. Puts it all the way back to the warning track. Man.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. He's got it. Runner tags from third. The relay to the plate. It's off the mark, and he scores. And it's 4-0.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Here comes Real Muto. His first at bat was a strikeout. And there's a strike. Activity in the bullpen for the Angels. Number 57 up and throwing. Suarez getting loose as well. Right side. Trout sizing it up. Makes the grab, and that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-0 ball game. This is Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Suarez back to work. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
You know, these Angels looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Kevin Newman, the next to hit for the Angels. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
1-1.
That's down and in. Next offering is fouled back. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Just missing there. Full count now.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. with number 9 for him in this game. 9. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Here's Trout, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch, and he just misses. Trout measures 6 feet 2 inches. Over 1,000 runs batted in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Swing and a miss. And he strikes out the side of the 5th. Angels go quietly there. They trail it here 4-0. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, number 57.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Sosa swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today.
You know, these Phils really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. Around second is Turner. Pulls into third safely with a triple.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Here comes Bryce Harper. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
0-1.
And that skips in the dirt. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And brings it in at the wall.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Castellanos in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. 2 outs and a runner at third. Last half of inning number 5. Late on that fastball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Breaking ball inside. It's 2-2. There's a swing and a drive. That one's carrying. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. The run scores from third. It's 5-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Bryson Stott. Just missed.
That's down.
Castellanos at second with 2 down. Bounce to the right. Throws to first in time. They limit the damage here. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And the lead is now 5-0. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Taylor Ward.
And that one is in for a strike. And a foul ball. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Pretty well struck. Kepler going back onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Neto lays off down low as he digs in for the third time. Swing and a miss. Strike one. The Phillies leading by 5, and we're the top half of the 6th. That clips a corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And that one missing low.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw won't get there in time, and they don't get an out on the play. Man at first with 1 gone. Here is Moncada. There's a strike. Man at first, 1 away. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Now batting.
So 2 down now, and here is Joe Adell. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
There's a strike. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Phillies 5 and the Angels nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And he swings over the top there. Action in the Angels bullpen. Hans Kraus, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Suarez also throwing. And that is out of play. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. On the ground to short. On the run, sends it over to first. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
Well, he did all he could at short to try to make an amazing play and almost got it done, but good hustle down the line, and that's an earned infield hit.
Kepler at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there.
Strike.
And ball 1. Check swing, and he went. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
1-2.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And now 1 away.
No, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
And first offering is fouled off.
Runner, yes,
Buxton on the run. Swing and a miss.
No
Tag.
ball.
Ow. Darnell, great throw.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a...
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Down quickly go the Phillies as they are unable to add to their... Welcome back
Leading
as
off
we
for
take
the
a peek at the
Angels,
starting
catcher,
pitching
Travis
so far this
d'Arnaud.
year. And takes low for ball one.
This isn't a pitcher that softens up when he starts to show signs of fatigue. I mean, his stuff stays sharp. Makes these at-bats more difficult than they normally would be against other pitchers at this stage of the game.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Just couldn't catch up on the low 90s fastball right there. And that's a result of a good job of changing speeds. Off-speed pitch on the one before, then sped him up. Pitchers that don't throw real hard have to rely on location and mix it up to speeds. That wasn't the best location with the fastball, but clearly that wasn't the pitch he was looking for at the plate either.
Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike two. Fly ball down the line. Kepler pulls it down, and there's two gone. Two down, base is empty. Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Luis Rengifo. First pitch misses. And a strike. And he swings through that one. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches. Battling here as he fouls it away. Two down, nobody on. Outside with a breaking ball.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches.
Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it for the inning. Angels go down 1-2-3. It's 5-0.
Pitching for the
We're back in a
Angels,
new pitcher here to start the
number
bottom of the
52.
7th. Hans Kraus.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Real Muto.
Swinging a foul out of play. Left field. Ward moving under it. He's there. He's got it. One down. And here is Sosa to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. That's inside. And it's 1-0. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Up the middle. That's a base hit.
Gotta love the resiliency he
Now
showed in that
batting,
at bat,
shortstop,
battling with 2
Trey
strikes. Just kept it
Turner.
simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Trey Turner at the plate. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. That
That's
misses
the
the
ball.
zone. And 1-1.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
And that's
Ball.
outside. Sosa leads off first with one away. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Here's Bryce Harper at the plate now. Growing up, he experienced a moment straight out of the Sandlot. Harper was getting ready to play for Team USA, but he didn't have a bat, so he borrowed one from his dad.
Okay.
The bat was autographed by Pete Rose. Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the third out, and we'll end the inning. Phillies strand one, but they hold a 5-0 lead.
Now pitching.
Welcome
for the
back,
Phillies.
and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the eighth.
50.
Orion Kerkering.
And he's got a nice lead to work
Kerkering.
with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
1-0.
Newman at the plate now. That's ball one. And he hits a ground ball right side. Gets it to first.
Out.
First out in the top of the eighth. Not much question
Now
that Citizens
batting,
Bank Park
right
is a
fielder,
hitter-friendly
Mike
field.
Trout.
Lots of homers and triples to be had with this outfield design. Trout,
Hey,
batting with
Rod.
one down, takes a strike.
0-1.
You know, from an outfielder's perspective, that right center field power alley can be tough to play, but the odd angles in left center field aren't much easier. Definitely an interesting layout.
The Phils leading by 5, and we're in the top of the eighth. Cut on and miss, struck him out at 98. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight.
Came
Now
inside with
batting,
that
left
two-strike
fielder,
fastball
Taylor
nicely
Ward.
and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers.
Turner with
He's
the
out.
throw to first. Angels retired 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Phillies 5 and the Angels nothing.
Now pitching for the
Back
Angels.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll into the
54.
bottom of the 8th. Jose
Jose
Suarez.
Suarez.
And with the big deficit on the
Leading
scoreboard,
off
he almost
for
has
the
to just put
Phillies.
that out of his mind.
Right fielder,
Every outing
Nick
matters for relievers and their
Castellanos.
numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Foul ball there. And it's fouled away. Oh, and 2 now. And they'll do it again. Swings and misses, struck him out.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that
No
pitch.
ball.
If I can
One
see
strike.
it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
That
1-1.
misses, and that's ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Ben Joyce up and loosening in the pen. That one lined into left field, and that's base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball.
Yeah.
He let it get deep, took the barrel
0-1.
right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Stop. Leads off first with one away. Fought off foul. Runner takes off. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him looking. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike three. Max Kepler digs in now. He's already homered in this game. On the ground right side. Newman to first in time. And that'll do it. We're back. It's the top of the ninth. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Joe Ross.
Now
On for the
pitching
30th
for the
time
Phillies,
this year.
number 43, Joe
And now the
Ross.
shortstop, Zach Neto. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away, if you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2. Got him. And a strike at first out here in the ninth. Here is Yoan Moncada. 1 for 3. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Soft contact in the air. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting center fielder Joe Adele.
So it's their last chance in this one. Joe Adele getting ready to hit. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies take the first 2 games of this series.
With this win here today, you've won the first 2 games of this 3-game series. So you would think the work is done. But when you're at home, I don't believe so. You got to come back with a mindset for game 3 that you want to win it, and you're going to go out and do everything that it takes. You win like that at home, you position yourself for good things down the stretch.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
So yeah, we've pretty much pitching wise, we dominated. We didn't really do anything. You can see they struck out 15 times. 15 times! How can you strike out 15 times? That's crazy. We struck out 13 times, so I guess it's not really that hard in this, but man. This side gave up a walk. Offensively, we were somewhat balanced. I mean, Wilson and Real Muto didn't do anything today. Yeah. Ranger had 13. Kirkland and Ross each had 1. Gordon's stat is they gave up 0 in that runs column. That's what we like to see. So we've given up 0 runs in this entire weekend so far. So that's always a good thing, to give up nothing. I like giving up those goose eggs. Goose eggs on a scoreboard are a beautiful thing. So let's advance, see if there was any trade thing. And that's basically it. We got signed draft picks today. Yeah. And there's even, well, trade deadline prep is tomorrow. So, anyway.
Unknown caller.
Till next time, this is David B69. I'm out. And my phone ringing.